Hey guys, Riley the Nerd here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Neca Shin Godzilla. So yeah, if you're wondering, have I seen this review before or this figure before? Yes, you have actually. I had this figure for a very, very long time. So you've probably seen a really old review of this guy a long back when I decided to post constantly on my YouTube channel. And you've probably seen the really cool post and stuff like that. So I'm redoing this review just for two reasons. One, I think that maybe that review did not do justice of this guy, and also because I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't know what I was doing, but I think I need to review this guy one more last time, because I think that this guy needs to do a lot more justice than just one crappy review. So now we have proper lighting, and we also have proper backdrops, and this guy is long. He can't even cover the whole frame. You can only see his thick thighs, and you can't, there's his tail. That's how long his tail is. So, here's the Neca Shin Godzilla. So basically, if you don't know what Neca is, it's a toy company. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what Neca is, but for those who don't know what Neca is basically a toy company that sculpts a lot of movie stuff. I believe they sculpted the Neomorph figure that I did, and also some of the Godzillas. So, I actually got this guy on eBay, I believe, or Amazon. I think it was Amazon or eBay, but, Shin Godzilla is actually one of my favorite Godzilla designs. And also, if you're wondering why I'm doing Godzilla, it is because I need to get on the Godzilla vs. Kong hype train, because God knows I'm going to love that movie. And if you've probably seen on my Instagram, I have actually seen, for those who know me really well, I have not seen Godzilla King of the Monsters for a very long time. So I got it, and I've watched it. I think that it was a very good movie. The one thing that I didn't like about it was this is kind of like a side rant, I guess, but I think that the monsters, like, King Ghidorah, Rodan, Godzilla, Mothra, all those other guys, I think that they did them sweet justice in that film. But I think that the human plot can go jump off a cliff. I mean, there is some stuff in the human plot that are actually pretty good. I think that the only good actor that I could find in that is probably Millie Bobby Brown, because she has proven time and time again that she's a good actor. But I think that she was probably one of the good parts in that movie. So, anyway, this is a toy review channel, not a goddamn film review channel, okay? So, let's take a look at Shin Godzilla. So, here he is. The NECA figures are very hard to find. So, I was lucky to even find this guy. I have to move back because I have cramps all over. That's why you hear my chair and stuff. So, they're very hard to find nowadays, so good thing I picked this guy up And also, Shin Godzilla is one of my favorite Godzilla designs. I probably already said that. But, so yeah, let's actually take a look at the details. I think that this is an awesome sculpt and paint job for this figure. I think it looks very accurate to the movie. So, I love his face. His face is beautiful. Let me just focus on that, actually. There, look at that. You can even see some, like, sculpted in pupils, and they're very hard to see. And they all have, like, this blood, just, like, blood and, like, bruising going on here. I love it. And there's his mouth. But I love the teeth. They're all, like, different sizes, and they're different, like, they're not different colors, but I think that it's beautiful. Here, I love his feet as well. I don't have a foot fetish or anything, but I just love how, like, they just jut out, and it's just, it's so badass, and it's just so grotesque, and I love it. And then you have his spines here, and if you look on top, it just looks like a freaking open wound, which is just, ugh. But you keep going down the tail, you keep going down the dorsal fins, down the tail, and then you get, oh, that now I see. So, I still like the paint job, but that, if any of you know Shin Godzilla, you would know that his tail is very important to his character, and it's one of the most defining traits of Shin Godzilla. But why paint it? Why paint it like this? Like it doesn't even look like its tail in the movie. Like it's kind of sad. Like, if you know Shin Godzilla, you know that he has a face at the end of his tail. It literally just looks like... I just hate it. I actually hate it. And you got some weird spots all over. I just don't like it. But I like... it's just... I don't understand. Like, why paint Shin Godzilla's most defining trait in a crappy-ass color? Like, I hate it. Like, everything else is beautiful. Everything. Every single detail is perfect. Everything that he has is borderline perfect. And I don't know why that his tail is just all messy. I hate it. Well, it's like if you color Hulk yellow instead of green. That's one of Hulk's defining features, is that he's green. Why? Okay? I don't understand it. I bet my dad can paint better than this, okay? My dad can paint way better. How is NECA, a very large and profitable company, apparently, and being outdone by my dad, who's basically doesn't even do full-time YouTube stuff? I don't know, but I'm still baffled, so, I mean, well, I guess that we're gonna take a look at the other details that I like. So, anyway, so let's go on to the articulation. So for the articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, so, and they're very tight ball joints, so I love, and then he has a swivel at the head, and then he can open his mouth very wide. Everybody who knows him, who's a fan of Shin Godzilla know what that's for. Anyway, and then on the base of his neck here, he also has another ball joint. And then basically that can make him look up that far and down really far. So, you know, you got that very well. And then the mid-calf section here, so like the torso part, is on a ball joint. But, if you do find this figure, or are you going to get this figure, make sure, if you keep turning that, make sure that these dorsal spines may get a little bit bent over time, because if you notice, they kind of rub against each other, and some of the paint might chip off. And also, the spines freaking hurt. That was a bad idea to just ram my entire fingers on that, so be careful with that. For his hands here, well, his arms, they are on a hinge joint, so he has a elbow bend right here, and he has a wrist swivel, and then it also has a hinge joint as well, and there's there's an in and out section here, and then I mentioned this, and then there's nothing here. But for the legs, he can move. Okay, so they have this really weird, awkward angle. And also, by the way, there's pegs on the end of his, at the back of his feet. And I don't know why. He never came with a stand. Hold on, my camera thing just fell, so I'm gonna have to. And also, he's very heavy. Like, just by me just holding this guy right now, it's actually kind of winding me, so I guess that I'm too bad or something, or maybe I'm just weak. So anyway, he can kick that far and move back that far. He can move back that far, but I'm just gonna, yeah, see, look at that. That's just from me. There's some tiny holes in my skin, just like there's one there, there's one there. They're all over the place, and the camera can't even pick that up. Anyway, but he has a kind of a calf joint here, and then he does have a hinge joint for a pivot, so that's nice. And then for the tail here, and any Godzilla figure should have, is very, very good ball joint. So let's go here. So he has a ball joint at the base of the tail, ball joint here, and ball joint at this one as well. So ball joint, and he does have a bendy wire, which is very tight at the end of his tail. And also, by the way, when this guy came out of the packaging, you actually had to heat up his tail to actually plug it in. And also, I don't like how his tail has gaps in it. I don't like that he has gaps in it. But, you know, it doesn't really bother me. If you just pose it correctly, it doesn't look too bad. So, you know, it doesn't look too terribly. It doesn't look too terrible. So, very nice. This is pretty much the review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the review. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a like, please give it a comment. I don't really care what you do, but you guys know the drill, so bye, guys.